Okay, so I'm back with another interesting walkthrough here of a portion of the app I'm building for the real world. And in this case, what we're doing is building simple role-based authentication and access. So what do we have here? We've got a simple app. You're either logged in or you're not logged in. And if you are logged in, if you're an admin, you get a different screen than if you are just a regular member. So for example, we've got a little bottom navigation bar here. Sign in, we've got a customer. What does the customer see? Signed in, you're a role of a member. Again, nothing deep and interesting here. This is just for the purpose of building the role-based system. So if you sign back out again, and you sign in as an administrator, what do you see? Something different. So what we have here is a hard-coded way to turn this customer account, c@c.com, into an administrator or back to a member. So we can click this little button here, and c@c is now a member, now an admin. If I click the member button, it turns back into a member. So let's make him an admin to show you this is working. Signed out, signed back in as customer, who is now an admin. And there you go, C&C as an admin. So we'll make him back to a member, and we'll get started and see how we put this together. So in terms of what we required for our packages, we're just using Cloud Firestore, Cloud Functions, which is what we use to send the command to Firebase to change the role of the member. Of course, Firebase Auth and Firebase Core. We're running everything through the provider package to set the state and keep everything nice. I've got pretty fonts in here and stuff from before. I'll get rid of that before I throw the repo up on GitHub for you. So what have we got? We start with main, and this is the first time I've changed up the Firebase initialization to match what's in the Flutter Fire docs, which are now up. It's a little different, seems to do the same thing. I've done it slightly differently before. They're suggesting using a future builder. I've seen it done with an async void main. I'm just using their suggestions right now. It seems to work fine. So I'll use the one in the doc going forward. Why not, right? So basically, once the Firebase has been initialized, I run a couple of providers. Just from before, I have the user as a stream value and a change notifier. This probably could be optimized some point in the future. I have better things to do, so this works for me. So once we're done that, we open up a material app, and our home is this navigation wrapper, which is here. So first things first, we grab the user and we say, are you logged in? No? Anonymous wrapper. If you are, then we go to our basic wrapper, which will determine the person's role and then return the view based on that person's role. So we're grabbing the token from Firebase, and we're saying if you give us an interesting role, then we'll give you a different view. Otherwise, we'll give you member. And then from there on, we're just consuming the auth, getting the role, and returning the correct view. After that, so the wrappers are pretty simple. All they do is they give you the tabs at the bottom, and then they send you on to your way. So Obviously, in a real app, you're going to want a lot more than this, but again, this is just a demo. So your non-view is pretty simple. You're not signed in, right? You're not signed in. Person's a member, exactly the same, different text. And if they're an admin, this is where things get interesting. So, what do we got here? The admin screen is a, let me log back in as the admin so we see what we're talking about here. So, what are we doing? We are running everything through a stream builder. If it's doing its thing, we have a little modified circular progress indicator to keep things pretty while we do our stuff. I saw this other modal HUD view thing. I'm going to give that a try in the future too. Another YouTuber was nice enough to put that in there, so we'll give that a try and see if that looks good in the future. For now, this is what we got. So the rest is just a quick list view. If you saw my previous video on Stripe payments direct without using Connect, it's pretty much exactly the same thing. Just telling people what the role is, and then the fun part is the buttons. So the buttons are exactly the same. They just run a different function. So we're first setting the state so that we start running the progress indicator, and then we try to do this admin call, and that admin call is up here. So we're going to functions, and we're calling become admin, or in the other case become member. I will get to the function in a second, but basically using this command, you're telling Firebase, you're calling the function on Firebase, so you don't have to run your own servers. I'm sure you know that by now. What else we got here? So we're running that, and then we're waiting for the reply. Again, it's hard-coded to this one member just for the sake of this video. And from there, we're grabbing the result, which is spit out by the function, and we've got some error checking, and that's about it. Second one, again, is exactly the same. We're just running a different call. Again, this could be optimized, whatever. And at the end, we got a text of the response. And that's pretty much all there is to it. The fun part is in the function itself. So one thing to note, I've put this in here, included in the package as well. When I sign a user up, what I do is I create a profile doc for them. Originally, I got this from the excellent NetNinja tutorials, where he was doing his brew crew. If you haven't seen that, it's a great first introduction to Firebase. So give that a look. But basically, create the profile when the user is created. And for the purpose of this this video, we're setting custom claims right here. So by default, a user signs up, they are given the role member. Very important. For the sake of ease, I don't know whether I'll keep this going forward, but to make things easy, I'm also creating a profile doc with the same ID as the user. And just for the sake of a view, I've put a field in here, the role of view of member. And that's it. There's some Stripe stuff in here, but I didn't include that. I'll chop that out of the file actually right now before I throw that up on GitHub. What else we got here? So we're deleting the document whenever a user gets deleted. That's all there is for that. The fun part is here. So when we call become admin, which we called from the admin file here. So when we call become admin, matching, So what we do, we get the user by the email, which again is hard coded at the app end, and we set custom claims. We say you are an admin, congratulations. And after that, we update the role view as well, which we created up here when the user was first created. Message gets returned, and you get a member. Success. Now just a member, which is the one from Become Member. And that's really all there is to it. So give it a try. I hope this works for you. It's not a frequently talked about subject here, but again, hopefully this is useful for you. If it is, please subscribe. I need subscribers. Got to get to that magical 1,000. Need subscribers, need subscribers, need subscribers. And if you give it a thumbs up, I don't know about any YouTube algorithms, but they say it's good. So please thumbs up and please subscribe. Hope this is useful for you. Keep coding, and we'll talk again soon. Bye for now.